Hello, and welcome to podcast number 1 of the Mobia. Now, today's podcast is brought to you by Nobody Yet. Today's podcast is about parallel universes. Well, parallel universes are crazy. They're just weird. So, a parallel universe is basically something that it's like something happening. It's not two, it's more than one possibilities of you doing something else. So say I woke up and drank some juice. I could have woken up and instead I could have gone straight to feeding the birds. It's weird. But I would be doing those at the same time because it's parallel. They're happening at the same time. So a parallel universe or alternate universe is a hypothetical, self-contained, separate reality coexisting with one's own path. So basically, it's just saying what I described. A specific group of parallel universes is called a multi-universe. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of a multi-universe before. A multi-universe is a set of infinite or infinity. That's a word typo right there. Of possibility of universes. So there could be infinite amount of universes. Although this term can be used to describe a possible parallel universes that constitute reality, while the term parallel universe and alternate reality are generally synonyms and can be used interchangeably. In most cases, there is sometimes an additional connotation implied with the term alternate reality. So basically, I've kind of already described what this is happening, what it's about. It's basically kind of like it's science fiction, definitely, but it's definitely something that's could possibly be real. Now, it's really weird. Just don't think about it too hard. You might explode your brain, but that's why I wrote something down that's really easy to just read off of, and I got it from this podcast. It's awesome. So here's hyperspace. So hyperspace is basically like time travel, but it has to do with this parallel universe. So, the most common use of the concept of parallel universe in science fiction is the concept of hyperspace. Used in science fiction, the concept of hyperspace often refers to the parallel universe that can be used as faster-than-light shortcut. So, it's basically like a wormhole. So, it's basically kind of like either taking a straight road or a road that bends all the way around and goes back to the point where you want to be instead of taking a straight road. So it's basically traveling at the speed of light to a different universe. So it's like in Percy Jackson, there is the River of Styx or whatever. I didn't really read it, I just kind of heard about it. It's human, mortal land to immortal land. Immortal land meaning gods, mortal meaning humans. If you cross that river, you basically go to a different universe. So hyperspace is basically traveling and the space between these universes. So the guy that came up with all of this he didn't really come up with it, he's the first one to really introduce it, was the British author H.G. Wells. In 1895, he wrote the book The Time Machine. And that's basically an early example of time travel in modern fiction. So, it's pretty cool. I like it. It's really neat. There's just a lot I wrote about this. I don't know if I'm going to read it all. It's really long. I'll read about Counter-Earth. So the concept of Counter-Earth is typically similar to that of parallel universes. So it's basically saying that Counter-Earth is similar similar to the parallel universe, but it's not identical. It's kind of like another. It's like another way of it, I guess. A counter-Earth is a planet that shares Earth's orbit, but is on the opposite side of the sun. It's on the opposite side. So therefore, it can't be seen by Earth. So basically what it's saying is it's back then, I think this came up because right now a telescope that we sent way out there, a satellite, could see this around the sun, but back then they had telescopes from the Earth, and they came up with the concept counter-Earth, which is basically there is another Earth in front of you, and there's another Mars in front of that. So it's basically saying there's two of them, but you can't see them. And there could be life on that side, but we don't know because we can't see it. It's really interesting to think about. I honestly, it's crazy. So yeah, that was Parallel Universes. Thanks for listening, and I really hope you enjoyed this little short 5-minute podcast. Very simple. I'm doing a lot more of these, so thanks for listening.